Hey everyone, my name is Farha. Let's create this beautiful princess look together. But first, please subscribe to my channel. Let's start with prepping our skin. I'm using a gel-based moisturizer from Neutrogena. You can use any one that suits your skin. Massaging the moisturizer in circular motions. Do not forget to apply on your neck as well. Moving on to the next step, sunscreen. I'm using the sunscreen from Davaco. You can use your favorite sunscreen. I prefer applying lip balm during my skin prep so my lips stay hydrated while I do the rest of my makeup. Next step is to apply primer. I'm using the primer from Smashbox. You can use any one of your choice. I'm using the Daily Glotion from Pixie. For that dewy finish, you can use any illuminator of your choice. I would definitely recommend to use an illuminator for this look as it really makes a difference. Concealing my under eyes using Huda Beauty concealer, and this is one shade darker to my skin tone. I'm trying to cover all my blemishes as well. You can also use an orange corrector for concealing your dark circles and blemishes, but I always prefer using a concealer which is 2 shades darker than your skin tone as it makes blending easier. If you apply an orange corrector, do not forget to apply a thin layer of concealer over it to prevent the orange corrector from mixing up with the foundation, which we are going to apply in the next step. Dabbing my concealer with very little pressure. I'm using a beauty blender. You can definitely use a brush. Do not swipe the concealer, just dab it on the same place. We just want to make it look even on our skin. I have little pigmentation around my lips, so I'm applying a little bit of concealer over there. I'm applying concealer over my lid with the product which was left on my beauty blender. I have not used any extra product for this as we need a smooth canvas for our eye makeup. Applying a thin layer of foundation. I've used my fingers to place the foundation and dabbing with the beauty blender. I would definitely not recommend using your fingers on your client's face. We do not want to apply more pressure. Blend the foundation on your neck as well. This gives an even look. I'm baking my under eye with a banana powder. I normally use a concealer for highlighting my under eyes, but I didn't feel like highlighting my under eyes for this look, so I went ahead with banana powder directly. Baking the areas where I normally use concealer for highlighting. I'm dabbing the powder which is left on the pizza puff. I'm not using any extra powder here. Moving on to the eyebrows, I'm using a brow pomade from the Pack Cosmetics. I'm just filling my sparse areas. I don't like to overdo my eyebrows, so I'm just filling the sparse areas. I couldn't show you all the products that I'm using today, but please let me know if you want to see the products as well. Repeating the same on the other side. I usually prefer using small strokes as it gives a natural finish. Always apply strokes in the direction of the hair growth. Cleaning the edges of my eyebrows using a concealer that's 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. Please like this video while I'm blending this concealer. Repeating the same step on the other side. By the way, I'm using the concealer from Elf Cosmetics. Now let's start with my favorite part, eye makeup. I'm using Huda Beauty's Rose Gold Remastered palette, and I've used a darkest brown from the palette. Let's create a wing using a brown eyeshadow. Try to use a flat brush as it gives the precision for drawing a wing. Adding a little bit of black eyeshadow on the outer wing for that depth. Repeating the same steps on the other side. I know the hardest part is to match the wings. Again, adding some black eyeshadow on the outer wing. Using this eyeshadow, which is a close match to my gown, and placing it just above the wing. Blending it very light-handedly. We don't have to blend much. Just make sure we have an even wing. Repeating the same steps on the other side. I've used Huda Beauty palette for this, but you can use any palette which has similar colors. Dusting off the excess powder. Using the same maroon eyeshadow on the lower lid, placing it using a flat shaded brush. Repeating the same on the other side. Blending it a little bit with a small blending brush. Same on the other side. Applying mascara. I normally apply 2 coats of mascara as I usually skip using false lashes. Applying mascara on the other side. Applying mascara on the lower lashes. I was trying to keep my face straight while applying mascara, but still I look horrible. Does this happen to you as well? Applying second coat of mascara. I like to apply very close to my lash line as this gives a fuller look. Highlighting my inner corner. I'm using the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette here. Highlighting my brow bone. Using a shimmer eyeshadow and placing it just in the center of the eyelid. Let's start contouring. I'm placing the contour on the hollows of my cheek and dragging it up towards my temples. I'm contouring my jawline as well as I have that chubby face. Repeating the same on the other side. Contouring my nose. I have a big forehead, so I'm applying contour close to my hairline. By the way, I'm using Hoola bronzer from the Benefit Cosmetics. Applying blush. I like to apply my blush towards my temples as I want a snatched look for my chubby face. A little bit on my nose. Applying highlighter on the cheekbones. This is the highlighter from Huda Beauty's 3D palette. Applying on the tip of the nose and bridge of the nose. I'm using a small fan brush. This is from Pack Cosmetics. Finally comes the lipstick. I'm using this lipstick from MAC Cosmetics. The shade is Meher. I was not satisfied with the outcome, so I've applied a lip liner as well. Finishing off the look with the setting spray. I'm going to do a very basic hairstyle for this look. Parting my hair from the center. I mostly skip using comb for some hairstyles. I use my fingers. I'm just taking the hair from the front portion towards the back and pinning them up with a basic tic-tac clip. I left a little section of my hair for face framing. Again, same on the other side, pinning them with a basic tic-tac clip. Time for some accessories using this neck piece, earrings and a bracelet. Finally, the star of this look, and we are done. Bye.